we're not going to do a Q&A afterwards. So please contact whoever invited you here to do that Q&A. And for you who have been here for some time, the Q&A within OneTrade is extremely good. So if you have any questions, please use that as much as you can, because it will really show you or give you the answers you're looking for. So we'll record this for share that afterwards. So let me just record it loud here.
Recording in progress.
Okay, good. Welcome everybody. Great to be here. We're going to do a presentation about the OneTrade. Quick overview. Probably going to spend about 30 minutes. So the purpose is to make sure that you can make an educated decision before you enter. So I think we'll just get started. Let me share my screen here and get into it. So we're going to start here actually. Start off with a disclaimer. The information provided in this presentation is for educational purposes only and thus constitute financial or investment advice. Please consult a financial professional before making any decisions about trade. Although legal in most jurisdictions, it is the responsibility of the client to adhere to the country and local laws pertaining to investment and independent business ownership and operations. So before we get into the specifics, we put together this basically bullet points about OneTrade. So the key points that we find really attractive about this investment is that it's 100% transparent. Everything is fully verifiable on the blockchain, so you can basically check everything. It's regulated. It has the proper regulations for this kind of business. They have a world-class development team and technology. They're really, really good at that end. Extremely high operational safety and security, which is a key point. Highest passive income potential on the market. Actually say that 3 to 6% daily, and that's some people get a bit scared by that. That's actually what's the company itself say about 1% and above. The reason why it's getting to that level is because of the technology. It's arbitrage. If you're not familiar with arbitrage and what arbitrage is, we're going to just give you a brief introduction to it in a few minutes. It's fully automated. Everything it's really easy. That's all the key factor here is that it's very user-friendly, very, very intuitive and easy to understand. And from an investment point of view, either you put on auto reinvest, so then it automatically reinvests whatever your profit is, or you decide to auto withdraw whatever profit is during the day. So it's fully automated, very, very easy. And arbitrage is probably the safest and most transparent trading in the world. Another key feature here, which I think is amazing, is that you can be risk-free in between 30 and 40 days, depending a bit on the return. So it's really a very good business. And I think that's a key point, the good returns, how quickly you can become risk-free, which is an important aspect. And of course, the form of trading that they're doing. And they're doing arbitrage, which we mentioned here is the safest form of trading. So let's get a bit into what arbitrage really is all about. Open crypto arbitrage is available to everyone, and it really is. It has a very low entry point. It's about $100 to test this out, see how it works. And arbitrage is when you're trading cryptocurrencies and you're actually trading the same cryptocurrency but on two different exchanges. So let's say you have Bitcoin, for instance, and you have Bitcoin prices on, let's say, on Kraken at one price and on Binance on another, and there are price differences because of movements in the market. And arbitrage is basically catching those differences and making trades in fractions of a second and taking advantage of those price differences. And that's, I would say, the beauty about arbitrage. I'm not saying that it's risk-free, but in arbitrage, there is no trade if there isn't set a profit. So the profit is actually set before the trade actually happens, which is a unique thing with arbitrage itself. So either there is a trade with profit or there is no trade. So you will never see drawdown. There are no speculations here. Like everything here is mathematics and technology. So there's no element where you have to perceive where the market is going. You actually it doesn't matter if it goes up, it doesn't matter if it goes down. The only thing that you need to have is the technology and the mathematics to be able to take these percentages. And it's not high. We're talking about 0.25% per trade. So it's not very much you really need. But the key here is actually doing those small trades over and over again. So if you take 0.25 on 4 trades in 24 hours, that's 1%. If you do it 8 times, it's 2%. If you do 12, it's 3%. The average of the company is between 15 and 20 trades every 24 hours. So they have quite high frequency. And that's why we're seeing these returns that we are seeing. So last week we saw 2.5%, 3.5%, a little over 4% one day. So it's been really, really good. And you will experience that for yourself. And that also determines how quickly you can actually be risk-free. Because if you have about 3% a day, it's about 33 days, and you basically have your money back. So that's also a unique feature. Everything here is automated and logical. There are no hidden fees, so there are no extra costs or anything that's hidden away somewhere that you will experience once you get into it. There's no transactional fees, nothing like that. Everything is just instantly transferred, the profit you have, to your account if you ask for it. As I also mentioned, that it's transparent. Like everything here is visible. Everything has a transaction hash, which you can double check and triple check and check whatever way you want. This is really ensured by the publicity of the blockchain. So everything here is visible. So you can check everything out. All the deposits, all the withdrawals that's going on with the company, basically everything is transparent. Which is important because they refer to us as clients. Like this is, as you can see in the presentation as well, it's no hype or rah-rah or anything like that. It's just straight to the point. And that is another thing that you'll experience, their preciseness in execution of what they're doing. Very, very good. Reflects on their technical team. So it's an open and public API. So clients, that's us, we can see at what price and what portion of the pool is being sold or bought. So when you put in $100 or $500, you put into a pool. You see your portion in that pool. You will see the returns from that pool, and you will see the profit that you get from that pool based on the trading. Clients can see opposing orders that are used and at what prices. So you see everything. What's the price on this exchange and that exchange? So very, very open. Clients can see the overall result of the bidding and their actual spread. So they've really made something that is very clear and very transparent. And I think that's actually quite hard to create. It's something very technical, but at the same time, very, very user-friendly. And they've really been able to create that with this back office and how things are being done. This is a very bold statement that arbitrage is a stable form of income. I would say it's very bold, but because of how the nature of arbitrage is that it's based on mathematics and price differences, not market volatility. As long as you have that in place, like you have the technology behind and the mathematics to be able to do this, then you can make profits. This technology they've used 7 years to develop or to come to this point and have the technology that they have. So they have many different programs running in the background with red lights, green lights, and yellow lights. And for a trade to happen, like they have to be the right parameters within the market, so all of them has to turn green before it happens. So there is a lot of work behind the scenes and also in the past to come to where we are now at this moment in time. It's also very safe in a way, because if there aren't any margins for profit, there won't be a trade. So you won't experience that you see, oh, my account is down with $100 or my account is down with $10. You won't see that. Oh, there is profit or there is no profit. So very simple. They also have constant liquidity and a high level of transaction security. And I think this is also a key point when it comes to this. Liquidity is extremely important. So Arb Group, which is the owner of OneTrade, is actually have 4 exchanges that are licensed, and they aggregate liquidity with other major exchanges. These exchanges are located in the different regions. The market moves in time zones in many ways, even though the crypto market is open 24/7. Some operate when we here in Europe are sleeping, and others when it's very early in the morning. So you have to be able to actually take the advantage of all the movements in all of the areas of the world. Arb Group exchange receives liquidity from multiple sources in the different regions like Binance, Kraken, OKX, Coinbase, and so forth. So they are in a relationship with them based on liquidity and market depth. So that is really also very important component. So that turns into unrivaled market depth, risk reduction, and legality, best spreads and interchangeability, and execution on an institutional level. So very professional operation, how they're doing things and conducting their business. The arbitrage spread is always positive because there are constant trades on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, on XRP, and all of these major currencies, and there are always price differences between the exchanges. So it's from 1.07 turns to about 35% a month. But as I said, for the last week, it's been between around, let's say, the average 3% a day, which is really good. As I mentioned, the margin for a trade to take place is 0.25%. It has to be within that range to be able to be profitable. Of course, it can be higher, but it can't be under 0.1. Then there's no sense in making a trade. You can start with as little as $100, and the minimum to withdraw is 10. So if you put on auto withdrawal and you put in $100, it takes a few days, or 3.5 days, if it's 3% a day, before you actually have accumulated $10, and then it's paid you. When you have an automatic withdrawal, it happens once a day, so they run through the system and see who are we obligated to pay, who has over or $10 and above that we're going to pay, and then it just automatically pays everybody. So that happens once a day. All the investments are confirmed by an invoice. I'll show you some of these key points afterwards in the back office, but it's regulated with a contract. So every time you make a deposit, every time you make a reinvestment, there's an invoice created with a contract of what the obligations of the company is. So when you put in, let's say, $100, the company is obligated to pay you 200% on those $100. So that basically means that they will pay you $200. Once that contract is fulfilled, the $100 goes to the company. That's when they take their profit. Actually, it's after the contract is completed. And then they're going to do their best to pay that contract in full as quickly as possible. Their expectation was between 2.5 to 3 months to complete the contract. But how the numbers are looking today, it looks like it's around 2 months until that contract is fulfilled. And as I mentioned, every time you make a reinvestment, there's a new contract. So let's say you reinvest $10 instead of withdrawing them. Then there's a new contract. They are then obligated to pay you 2 times on those $10 or 200%, which is $20. All of these contracts are then logged in your back office, with regulates your relationship with the company. There are two ways of logging on or creating an account. You can do it either through Telegram or the web version. I advise everybody to use the web version. That's easiest. You have to have a referral code to sign up. You have to be referred by somebody to get access to this unique form of trading. And why partners choose one trade? I think that's quite obvious when we're talking about these returns and how transparent they are. Once you tested the waters here with, let's say, $100 or $500 to see how things work, you'll experience it for yourself. And they have a very, very good queue. If you have any questions about anything, they have a very responsive support. Like, everything here just works really, really well. $100 and upwards, you're basically a standard client, and if you are a pro client, that's from $100,000 and above. Then you're not part of a pool. Then you actually have your own pool, and all trades related to that pool is then, of course, related to your capital. There's also a different split in the profit. When a standard, they split the profit on a trade 50-50 between the company and you. That 50% that they're taking on the trade is actually paid back to the community. That's their marketing budget. Every company needs to have a marketing budget. Instead of using commercials or stuff like that, these guys have an affiliate plan or a community incentive plan to get the clients themselves to actually bring on new clients, and then they give that budget back to them. It's actually a lot better than any other form of market because you have fixed costs. You know exactly what it costs to market and get a new client. So it makes great sense. Another key point there is that you can grow very quickly because it just works really different than a commercial. So, and they have a rewards plan. If you refer people to this, they will pay you 5% on the deposit and 5% on any reinvestment. So that's paid from the company to you. It's not taken from the client or anything like that. But that's part of the marketing budget. So they're using their funds to pay you. So if you refer somebody and they put in $100, 5% of $100 is $5. If somebody puts in $1,000, it's $50, and that's paid every time they make a deposit for life. Every time they make a reinvestment, that is paid to you. And of course, that is instantly withdrawable for you to withdraw to your wallet. Okay. Another cool part here when it comes to the affiliate system is that if you help build a community, if you're not only referring a few people, but you're actually helping a community to grow, you will also be credited for that. That's 3% of the easiest way to explain this is just that if somebody that you referred made $100 on trading, then you will get 3% the matching of that trading. So that would be $3 on every $100 traded. And you will get that from the people that you refer and the people that they refer, all the way actually down to 33 levels. What determines how many levels you can get within your community is determined by a rank. And the rank is determined by how much deposits you have personally made and how much volume the personal partners that you refer have put in. That determines your rank, and the rank then determines how many levels you get. There should actually be another column here. You also need a community group volume on the different ranks. So for bronze, you need to put in $500 yourself. The people that you refer have to put in around 1,000, and then you have to have a community volume about 5,000. So No, but all of this is very easy to see in the back office. All of these specifics are also in the back office. In addition to that, once you reach a rank, you're getting a cashback, and that is a one-time payment based on the volume that you generated and the rank that you have received, and that is paid out when you get the rank about an hour or so later. Once you hit the rank, that's available for you to withdraw as well. It starts at $100, then up to 300, 1,000, and so forth. So that's a one-time payment that you're getting. So this is basically one trade at a glance. What's very, very lucrative from an investment point of view. Very easy to maneuver around the back office. Very quickly you can become risk-free. But in all of these things, never risk more than you can afford to lose. I'm not saying that you're going to lose it, but it's important to have the right mindset. You should invest the amount of money that makes you sleep well at night. If you're restless about what you've done, you made a bad decision. So never do that. How this works in practical terms, probably have to update my browser here. Might also need to log back on. We'll see. Yeah, I probably need to log back in. They've done a lot of updates for the last 24 hours here, so there's been a lot of more things that is activated, which just makes things more easy and user-friendly to see. Yeah, there are 00. I'll just click on another link here and then click back. Yeah, looks like I have to log out and then log in again. So I'm just going to do that. I'll just stop my screen share while I'm doing this. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So when you're logged onto your back office, you don't see any numbers here, but the first thing you're going to click on once you create an account, very easy, just put in your email and create a password. Once that is done, you just click login, then you're getting here. The first thing you're going to do is click on deposit. Then a box pops up where you just fill in your name, address, and so forth. It takes a couple of minutes. Once that is done, you're ready to go. Then you click on deposit again, and then you make a deposit. Once you make a deposit, that ends up here on your account, and then you click a button in the middle of the screen which says auto trade or start. Click start, and then things start. Next thing you should do is to choose if you want to auto withdraw or auto reinvest. Then you click this auto withdraw button. Then this windows pop up, and then you can highlight reinvest if you want to reinvest whatever you're earning. You can turn this on and off any moment in time whenever you feel like it, to withdraw or to auto reinvest. You can balance this out however you want to do it. And then you also have access to all of the invoices that is related to, okay, they're probably doing some updates here, which was highlighted, but you have access to all of your invoices and stuff as well. The profits that you're generating, they appear here on the account. As I mentioned, between 15 and 20 trades a day. Then you have an overview of the trades here. All of the trades that are taking place. You can also see how the different exchanges, which region they are in, and also the liquidity providers that they're working with, like KuCoin, IndoX, Rain, Ubit, and that is in the Asian region. If you go to the African region, it's a few ones that I don't know: Deepcoin, UEX, Prime, XBT, BitGet, Bitonix, and so forth. In Europe, it's Binance, Bybit, UKX, Mexi, Bitmart, and so forth. And North and South America, it's Gate, Kraken, HRT, Bitso, and so forth. So the FAQ, if you have any questions, like if you create an account, you can access all of this before you actually make a deposit. So if you want to check out the FAQ section, you can just go in here. Here are all the questions. Questions related to account, company, or the strategies. So if you have any questions in terms of the trading itself, please go in here and read about it. It answers everything that you would like to know. So it's really, really good and really extensive as well. So I think that's about it. So the only thing left to say is thank you for being here, and make the right decision for you. Invest whatever you're comfortable with. Test it out. Test out the waters, how it works. We're doing regular workshops as well every Tuesday. So we just had one yesterday. We have a Telegram group and a WhatsApp channel. The Telegram group, I would say there all the information is there. There we publish all the recordings. There we have all of the presentation, like everything you can think about is there. And what's missing, we are in the middle of producing, so that will be added as well. So with that said, thanks everybody for being here, and looking forward to seeing you again next week on the workshop or on the presentation on Monday. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tor.
Thanks, Tor. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Great presentation. Thoroughly enjoyed it.